Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Calamity Jane, issue number 1 out of Dark Horse Comics. This is the whole cover. Anyway, this was interesting. This had me questioning if what I was reading is actually what I was reading, or if there was some surprise, none of this is actually happening. No, it seems as though this is really going on. Cast an augur spell and everything. And no, it's legit. It's legit. First, before we start getting into all that good stuff, let's talk about who made this book. So, Calamity Jane is written by Magdalene Visaggio. Artist is Corin Howell. These two are also the creators of the book. Colorist, Valentina Pinto. And Zach Sam is the letterer. Standard cover is done by Corin Howell, there we go, duh, and Valentina Pinto. So, duh, the regular artist did the standard cover. I love when that happens. Tana Ford did the variant cover. All right, so Calamity Jane is basically this girl who she just got a divorce from her wife, and she is going to live with her ex-roommate best friend whose husband died a couple years ago, and now she's raising her daughter by herself. And I think she's an ex-army vet, even though she shouldn't be wearing that shirt. It's one of those army PT shirts. You don't wear those shirts out in the public. You don't. Anyway, it was all this sounds cool, and it's like, all right, so we might wind up having a I probably should have looked this one up. Didn't think about it until just now. Simon and Louise and Thelma and Louise. There we go. It's Thelma and Louise moment. I was thinking we're going to have like a Thelma and Louise comic book, which, I don't know, I wouldn't have been completely adverse to it. May or may not have followed, depending on how interesting it was. Would there be a bad Brad Pitt in the trunk? I don't know. But it didn't actually go that route. Not yet, at least. Instead, she's hunting monsters. This whole book, I'm like, okay, we're going to find out this is actually a psychosis, right? Like, this girl is crazy. She's Calamity Jane, right? But she's actually crazy. And she's trying to fight monsters that aren't actually there and stuff like that. But no, apparently the city is overwhelmed with monsters. But it doesn't seem to be a big deal to the city's residents. They're out in California, which, yeah, I guess monsters could exist there and no one would notice. This was about as weird a comic book as you're going to read. I hope that's a good selling point. I really do. I am pretty sure the monsters are real. There's a rival of hers at this point. So far, the best monster hunter in the world is this person named Javelin. Turns out it's a girl. Not so different than Calamity Jane. I'm wondering if we're going to find out this is actually her ex. I don't know yet. Anyway, for all intents and purposes, like I said, this comic book, it reads like it should be a Thelma Louise, but it's like Thelma and Louise Vampire Hunters. To be entirely honest, I would probably like the comic book even more if that was the name of this title. I wonder if Dark Horse can get licensed to Thelma and Louise just to do. I mean, can they call it Thelma and Louise? I mean, like, people have those names. That shouldn't be a big deal. I'm sure they can get away with that. Anyway, I actually had fun reading this comic book because, again, wondering, is she just crazy? Is she mad? Is she a loon? Couldn't tell, but I enjoyed this. Anyway, guys, consider checking it out. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.